You ever see a home for sale on Zillow, Trulia, Realtor.com, those websites, and call the listing agent only to find out that the home has an accepted offer, and sometimes it's had an accepted offer for weeks? Well, I'm here to tell you why that's been happening so much, and the answer might surprise you. Hello, Chris Bradford here to give you real estate industry tips, tricks, and secrets. Stick around to the end of the video and you will find out the difference between active contingent and pending and why it should matter to you. Remember to subscribe to my channel and leave a comment, share if you find this helpful. Remember, you can always call me, my number's right there if you have any questions, and if you have a comment, just leave it below. Okay, let's get started. So you see a house on Realtor, Zillow, Trulia.com, and you call a listing agent, the number that's at the bottom of the website, only to find out that it has an accepted offer, it has for weeks, but the realtor is more than happy to get your information and look for something that they say you might like. Or there's a house on the website that you know has an accepted offer and has for a long time, but it still keeps showing up on the websites as for sale. Well, this is because of a trend in listing status changes that realtors have been using for a while. And the difference is pending versus active contingent. Now, traditionally, when a real estate agent gets an accepted offer on one of their listings, they make the status change in the MLS as pending. And then it shows up on all the websites as pending. So no longer does it say for sale. Well, by making a little change and saying now it's active contingent, it actually shows up on all the websites as for sale. And now realtors can still show the property and accept backup offers on this house if one were to come in. Now, this can be helpful to a seller. The house is still being marketed, you're still showing it, you have a contingency plan, that's great. But where it can hurt you is that now that days on the market is still continuing to accumulate. So let's take, for example, that you list your house, you get an accepted offer within the first day, but you list it as active contingent accepting backups. Well, days on the market keeps accumulating, so you're under contract for 30 days. And something happens, the deal falls apart, the buyer loses their job, whatever. Well, it goes back on the market, but instead of showing back on the market, second day on the market, you're showing that it's still just on the market, and now it's 31 days on the market. Buyers may look at that and red flags go up and they wonder, why hasn't this house sold? It's probably not worth my time to go look at it. So when your real estate agent suggests, hey, let's list this as active contingent, and that way we can accept some backup offers and still show it, make sure that you know all the risks and you understand, is this in my best interest or is this in my real estate agent's best interest? The reason real estate agents like it is because now we can still market that home and capture buyer leads off of it. We're getting those phone calls, we're following up with those people. We may not be able to sell you this house, but we can find you another one. So it is beneficial for a real estate agent, but make sure, again, that it's in your best interest as a seller. For a prospective buyer, it's just downright frustrating. I mean, you're making these phone calls on these houses and every time, oh, it has an accepted offer. It has an accepted offer. It has an accepted offer. Yada, yada, yada. Unless you happen to call one that's active contingent and you find out, hey, this deal is getting ready to fall apart. Now's a good time to bring in an offer. So I have had that happen and it does work out. Sometimes as an agent, you definitely want to leave it active contingent because you don't have 100% confidence in this buyer. So you're listing it, you're still marketing it, and you get an accepted backup offer. Now you can present that to your seller and say, hey, I've done my work for you. I've got 2 good offers here. And if this one were to fall apart, we've got a backup plan. But as a buyer who's making an offer on a home, you might want to put in that contract language that suggests that they change the listing status to pending instead of active contingent. Now, they're not accepting backup offers. It doesn't make it so that the seller is thinking, hey, I've got a better backup offer behind you, so I'm gonna make it a little bit difficult. Hopefully this deal falls apart, and now I'll get more money over here. So think about that. It might be in your best interest to include that in your offer. Now, if you're in a multiple offer situation, you may not want to put that stuff in there and jeopardize that you get this house because of language like that. But if it doesn't hurt, throw it in there, see what happens. The seller may not even know the difference between active contingent and pending, so it may not matter to them anyways. Well, that about covers the difference between active contingent and pending. I hope this was helpful. Please remember to share my video, subscribe to my channel, leave some comments below. And again, if you have any questions, there's my number right there. This is Chris Bradford. Thank you very much for watching. keep on keeping on.